Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we are going to be doing Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers. So it's the version with the blonde hair. So I'm on landscape orientation paper. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. So we're going to start with his eyes as usual. Real square eyes in Tokyo Revengers. Not all the characters, but Takemichi anyway. So center point to my page is about here. Just come up. Over to the right hand side a little bit, and let's go. So we go up first, kind of slightly curved, and then it comes across the top there, and then we'll bring it down the back like so. Okay, and if you want, you can thicken up this a little bit. It's not overly thick in the anime, but sometimes it depends. The character changes depending on if it's a close-up or not, so it's up to you really. So his bottom eyelid just down underneath here, another sort of squarish sort of shape, so quite big eyes, you know, for an anime character. Well, all animes have big eyes, but I mean square, sort of large eyes. In there then we have an iris, so it's a long oval, one of those long eyes, right? And up in the corner there's like a chunk taken out of it, right? So up here you add a sort of a highlight, it's like a bite taken out of it, just there. And then his pupil, just in here, another long sort of circle sort of shape, right? So the other eye is pretty much the same, right? So it's eye width, so you can fit like an eye in between, so they're in proportion. And then the next eye will go up and across the top and then down the back, right? This sort of shape, and you can thicken it up. Just add a little bit of extra pencil to it, or when you're inking, you can thicken it up. And then his bottom eyelid underneath, like so. And then his iris. So it's a long oval, and the chunk, keep the chunk to the same side because, you know, the light would be consistent. So there's light coming from this side. So you want your highlight to be on the same side, usually on each eye. You can sometimes get away with doing it on different sides, but it doesn't work all the time. And then pupil along in here. So then we've got like an extra line just around the bottom of his eye here. And then his eyebrows. So we'll do this sort of tick line, touches the corner of his eye there and goes up. And then it'll kind of curve down like so. And then colored in part. So like another section that you can color in. And then you've got an eyelid line under here, frown line there, and then the other side of the eyebrow, the other eyebrow on the other side, should I say. Just there, this sort of tick line up, and then we add a section that we can color in, like so. And there's an eyelid line, and then a frown line, and then we'll come down and do his nostrils. 1, 2, like so. There's mouth, so we just go down and do a flat line here, and it kind of curves down the sides, right? And then he has a shadow underneath. It's kind of like Demon Slayer. You know, he's got this sort of triangle underneath his chin, and then his chin just down here. So you can check proportions of things now. So like top eyelid to the nose is about the same as nose to chin. It's like the top of his eye here, about the same as nose to chin. And then nose to bottom lip line, about the same as bottom lip line to chin. So that's your proportions. So the nose is halfway between like the top of the eye and the chin, and bottom lip line is about halfway between the nose and the chin, right? So then you can go for his jaw, the side. He's a real square sort of face, right? So, like so, kind of matches his eyes. And we're stopping just maybe bottom lip line, right? So he's lower than normal. We go up then. The side of his face. Right, and then his hairline kind of curves in somewhere. Let's say curves in here, just at the eyebrow, right? About the same up here. Right, like so. And then he's got sideburns, so like hair spikes sort of sticking out here, right? Like that. And then these will travel up and around into there. Doesn't have to be the exact same on each side because it's hair, you know, and hair moves and stuff. So we'll bring up to the side of his head now. So we go up, like so. And then we go up the other side as well. Like that. Then we'll bring it across sort of zigzag lines into the middle. Right, like so. And same on this side. Now I'm leaving a gap here because he's got like a piece of fringe that comes down, right? So just like curves down here, back in. And then we have another spike out here, back up. And then we'll bring this up like so, and around, down into there. And we could have some hairlines underneath, like that. All right, so he's got this hair spikes going up, kind of like, yeah, it's like combed back kind of thing. In Ireland, we have these pieces of candy, as you'd call them in the States, but sweets, and they're called ice gems. So basically, his hair looks like an ice gem. I don't know if you have them in other countries, but in Ireland we do. So two side lines here. And then we curve this up around to there. Curve this up to here. So it looks like he has like devil horns or something. And then we keep going. So we add another one. There's like a big one in the middle. So that's the goal. So we're aiming for in there. Like so. And this one here. And then the big one kind of comes down like so. And then this curves down right to there. And then there's like texture lines and stuff coming up from his hair now, so you can kind of do as much of this as you want. Texture lines like that. Same over here. Like so. And we'll do some coming down the side of his head as well. That right. So his ears. So he's got relatively big ears, and they're kind of low down. He must have like, I don't know. It's weird character design. Usually the ears are up here, but the ears are down here on this guy. Strange. curves around like that. And then this curves around here. And then bones and ligaments on the inside. So I always say the easiest way to start anyway is like a letter J, right? Like that. But then if you want, you can get a bit more detailed on the inside. Okay, so again, easiest way, letter J. It's kind of like a J anyway, or like a curved T. And then this kind of bumps around here. Like so. Right, so then his neck. So we go, he's got a long neck. Like that. And then like there could be like neck muscle lines just there. And then his trapezius will go in underneath his jacket, right? So the jacket will come down this way. Go off down off the bottom of my page. And then align that side, and then the other side of his jacket comes out from here, in, out, in, to there, and then he's got like a button here. And this again, so these are like the lapels, you know, that jackets have, like fancy jackets, like so, and shirts and stuff. And they have an edge line to them, right? So like this sort of thing on this side too. And we can see collarbones just in here. And then his shoulder. So we'll go off, down this way. And we kind of bump twice, right? And then down. So that bump is because he has a lapel on his jacket. And if you're wondering how far out, I always say head width is usually how far the shoulders go out. So the width of his head, roughly, that's where his shoulder will be. And then this comes down that way. And he's got a button on top there, another fold line there, and we do pretty much the same thing on this side. So we go out and we'll aim for head width, so we want our shoulder to be about here, so we go down like so. So it depends on the character. Like a good rule of thumb is head width, you know, so it can be more, can be less, depends on how muscly the character is. So and that is yeah, right, there he is. That's how to draw Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Smash like, subscribe. Bye.